And this is the product parameter. Example, the 9zf400 24-bit. The electric power is 2.2 kilowatt and the motor speed is 2,1800 rem per minute, and the main shift speed is 3,100 per minute, and the machine weight is 17 kg, and the capacity is 400 to 600. The dimension is 1,180, 1,019, and 114. There are 2,400 splitters and have 4 series, and next is part 2 product structure. Look at this picture. This is the product structure. This is the discharge hopper. This is a green feed hopper. This is a grass feed hopper. And this is a motor rack. This is a sinking frame. And this is a discharge hole. This is a safety cover. This is the working room. Look at this picture. This is bearing and blade. This is a hammer, and this is the machine pulley and the weight pulley. The 9zf400 20 or 24C is a serrated blade. And the product characteristics. The humble type grass crusher is mainly composed of housing, rotor assembly, screen device, frame, discharge device, and others. The body and the rotor assembly form crushing room together. The rotor assembly is the main working part, and the crushing of the material is completed in the crushing room. Look at this picture. This is the working room. And next, machine installation. Step 1. After receiving the goods, please check the box and take out the used. Pay attention to the size of the 4 wheels are similar. And step 2. Install the machine wheel. Step 3. Put the machine body on the machine frame. And step 4. Fix the machine body with screw. And step 5. Install the motor frame. Step 6. Install the motor pulley on the motor shaft. And step 7. The electric motor pulley and the machine pulley should on the same level. And step 8. Install the belt. And step 9. Pull the belt in a straight line. And next, the largest, install the safety cover, feeding hopper, and other working part. And the part 3, working principle. When working, the processed material enters the crushing room from the feed hopper and is broken by the blow of the high-speed rotating working parts, and at the same time charges the dilapidation of the material operation. Because the high-speed rotated working parts destroying the deposition of the material layers, the material moves with the rotor. In this process, the gas and the particles Okay, let's go. In this process, grass of particles are rapidly subjected to the collision of working parts and machines and the collision and the fluctuation between the particles, so that they are gradually crushed to the material whose geometric diameter is less than the diameter of a sieve hole. Passes through the sieve hole and leaks into the powder chamber to discharge from the outlet, and the crushed forage can also be injected from the hair outlet. Next, I will give you some video or pictures to understand the machine better. The part 4, product's advantages. The first, beautiful appearance of steel body. Thinking the steel, continuous backing paint technology, great color and good durability, corrosion resistance, durable, and the outlet is generally used discharging tubers, green powder, and helmet feeder is used for feeding forage plants and other raw materials. This is the finished product. We can look at this picture. We can see they are become very small, and this is the sinking steel. Next, safety cover. The body contains a safety shield to ensure the safety of the user during operation and work. This is the safety cover. And next, land wheel. The frame contains a ground wheel, which is easy to move when in use. This is the land wheel. It can be moved conventionally. And next, screen seal. The farmers can select the appropriate screen according to the demand and the fineness of the crushed forage. And power equipment. We have three power. You can choose which you need. Electric motor, diesel motor, and gasoline motor. And the power equipment can be customized according to different regions. And the moving blade, the sinking the serrated moving blade can be used on the sides. And machine hammer. After the machine is run, the hammers rapidly smash and the raw materials. Okay everyone, today I will introduce the 9zf400 series product. There are 4 parts. The part 1, product introduction, part 2, product structure, part 3, working principle, and part 4, product advantages. We can look the part 1, product introduction. Product introduction is the 9zf400 series of machines are mainly used to cut and grind corn stalks, bean stalks, cotton stalks, as well as corn, soybeans, and other cereals. The finished product is finer than other feed grinders, producing feed for cattle, sheep, horse, deer, and rabbit, mostly for small and medium farmers or household use. It can also be used as a feed and production of feed pellet. And next, we can look at this picture. This is the grass and other stalks. Grass crusher is mainly used to cut store forage shoots and other grains, such as corn and soybeans. It is a good helper for family raising cattle, sheep, horses, deer, and other animals. This is the product pyramid. In the 9zf40020, the motor power is the electric power is to 400 kg per hour, and the ignition is 850, 1000 and 310, and 1014 40. There are 1600 blades and have 4 sieves. The belt is A1015. The 9zf40024B. The electric motor is 2.2 kilowatt to 3 kilowatt. The motor speed is 2,800. The man shift speed is 3,100. The machine weight is 17 kg, and the capacity is 400 to 600 kg per hour, and the ignition is 1180 and 1014. There have 24 blades and also have 4 sieves. The 9zf40024C, the motor speed also is 2.2 kilowatt. The motor speed is 2,800. The man shift speed is 300. The machine weight is 70 kg. Capacity is also the 400 to 600 per hour, and the ignition is 850, 1350, and 1440. And there are also have 24 blades hammer, and they also have 4 sieves. The part 2. This is the discharge hopper, and this part is grass feed hopper, and this is green feed hopper, such as corn, soybeans, and other grain. This is the motor rack. This is the sinking frame. This is a grand wheel. It can be moved conveniently, protect the user safe, and this is the discharge hole. The 9zf400 24B and 9zf400 have increased middle discharge hopper. They have three discharge hopper, and the 9zf400 20 and 24C have two hopper. This is a working room. The working room, we can see this picture. This is a bearing, and this is the blade. This is the hammers, and this is the machine pulley and weight pulley. This is the 9zf400 and 24B. The blader is this is the bladers, and the 9zf400 and 24C is the threaded bladers. And the product characteristics, we can see these pictures. This is the working room, humble bladers and bearing and other working parts. The hammer type glass crusher is mainly composed of housing, rotor assembly, screen feeding device, film, discharge device, and so on. The body and the rotor assembly form crushing room together. The rotor assembly is the main working parts, and the crushing of the materials is completed in the crushing room. And now let's go on. The machine installation. The step 1. After receiving the goods, please check the box and take out the machine and the spare parts. The machine is provided with a screw bag for machine installation use. Pay attention to the size of the 4 wheels assembly. And the step 2. Install the machine wheel. This is the machine wheel. Step 3. Put the machine body on the machine frame. Step 4. Fix the machine body with screw. This is the screw. Fix the body on the frame, on the machine frame. And step 5. Install the motor frame. Step 6. Install the motor pulley on the motor shifter. And step 7. The electric motor pulley and the machine pulley should on the same level. This is the electric motor pulley and the machine pulley. And next, install the belt and the step 9. Pull the belt in a straight line. And step 2. Install the safety cover, feeding hopper, baffle, and other working parts. And the part 3, working principle. When working, the processed material enters the crusher room from the feed hopper. This is the green feed hopper, and this is the grass feed hopper. And it is broken by the flow of the high-speed speed rotating working parts, and at the same time changes the direction of the material operation there, and the material moves with the root. And next, in this process, the grass or particles are rapidly subjected to the collision of working parts and machines, and the collision and the friction between the particles, so that they are gradually crushed to the material whose geometric diameter is less than diameter of the sieve hole. And next, under the action of centrifugal force and airflow, the crushed material passes through the sieve hole and leaks into the product chamber to discharge from the outlet. And the crushed forage can also be injected from the can outlet. And the part 4, product advantages. We can see this picture. This is the finished product. This is green, and this is the grass, and this is the hammer blade, and other working parts. The first, steel body, beautiful appearance, or steel body sinking the steel, coating with backing paint technology, bright color, good durability, corrosion resistance, durable. And second, 2 inlet, 2 outlets. The high-speed outlet is generally used for discharging tubers, green powder, and hay. The parent feeder is used for feeding forage plants and other raw materials. And next, the body contains ensured to ensure the safety of the user during operation and work. This is the safety cover. And then the wheel. The frame contains a ground wheel, which is easy to move when in use. This is the wheel. It can be different types of save. The farmers can select the operated screen according to the demand and the fineness of the crushed forage. We have different types of save. You can choose the suitable for you. And next, power equipments. We have three motors: electric motors, diesel energy, and gasoline energy. Power equipment can be customized according to the different regions. And next, moving blade. The sinking threaded moving blade can be used on both sides. This is the moving blade. We can see this picture. And finally, the machine hammers. We can see these pictures. This is hammers. After the machine is running, the hammers rapidly smashes the materials. Okay, today I will introduce the 9zf400 series chapter part 1, product introduction, part 2, product structure, and part 3, working principle, part 4, product advantages. First, we can see the part 1 product introduction. We can see this picture. This is our machines. This is the green feed hopper. This is the grass feed hopper, and this is the safety car. This is the working room. Our machines are mainly used to cut and grind corn stalks, bean stalks, cotton stalks, forage grass. The product is finer than other feed grinders, producing feed for cattle, sheep, horse, deer, and rabbit, mostly for small or medium farmers or household use. It can also be used as front-end production of feed pellet. And next, the grass crusher is mainly used to cut through forage, shooters, and other grains, such as corn, beans. It is a good helper for family raising of cattle, sheep, horse, deer, and other animals. Next, we can look at this picture. This is the product parameter. Example, the 9zf400 The electric motor is 2.2 kilowatt, and the motor speed is 2,800 ring 1 minute, and the man shift speed is 3,100 ring 1 minute, and the machine weight is 17 kg, and the capacity is 400 to 600 kg per hour, and the dimension is 100 and 1,018 and 1,019 and 114, and there are 24 hammers and have 4 seals. The belt is A1014 steps, and this is the green feed hopper, and this is the hay feed hopper. This is the safety cover. This is the discharge hole, and this is the motor recap. This is the sinking frame, and this is the grind wheel. This part can be moved conveniently, and the 9zf400 20 and 24C have 2 discharge hopper. The 9zf400 24B and 13 increase middle discharge hopper. This is the working room. We can see this part. This is the bearing, and this is the blade. This is the hammer, and this is the wrenching pulley and the weight pulley. And the 9zf400 20 or 24C is the threaded blade. We can see this picture. This is the threaded blade. And the next, the product characteristics. The hammer type grass crusher is mainly composed of the body and the rotor assembly form crushing room together. The total assembly is the main working part, and the crushing of the material is completed in the crushing room. This is the working very simple. Look at this picture. This is the green feed hopper. This is the grass feed hopper, and this is the safety cover. Okay, next, the machine installation. The first step. After receiving the goods, please check the box and take out the machine and the spare parts. The machine is provided with a screw bag. For machine installation use, pay attention to the size of the 4 wheels are similar. And step 2. Install the machine wheel. Step 3. Put the machine body on the machine frame. Step 6. Install the motor pulley on the motor shaft. And step 7. The electric motor pulley and the machine pulley should on the same level. Step 8. Install the belt. And step 9. Pull the belt in a straight line. And step 10. Install the safety cover, feeding hopper, muffler, and other working parts. And the next is working pretty simple. When working, the processed material enters the crushing room from the feed hopper and is broken by the flow of the high-speed rotating working parts, and at the same time charges the direct material operation. Because the high-speed rotation working parts destroy the position of the material layer, the material moves with the rotor. In this process, the grass or particles are rapidly subjected to the collision of working parts, and the machines are the collision and friction between the particles, so that they are generally crushed to the material, whose geometric diameter is less than the diameter of the sample. Under the action of centrifugal force and airflow, the crushed material passes through the sieve hole and leaks into the powder chamber to discharge from the outlet. And the crushed forage can also be injected in from the hair outlet. And the part 4, product advantages. The first, the beautiful steel body is beautiful appearance. All steel body thinking the steel coating with backing paint technology, great color and good durability, corrosion resistance and durable. And the second, our machine have 2 inlets and 2 outlets. About the 9zf400 24B and 30, they have 3 outlets. The high-spot outlet is generally used for discharging tuberous green powder, and the parallel feeder is used for feeding forage plants and other raw materials. And next, we can look at this picture. This is This is the safety cover. The body contains a safety cover to ensure the safety of the user during operation and work. And next, land wheel. Look at this picture. This is the wheel, and the frame contains a ground wheel, which is easy to move when in use. It can cut our time and working. And next, this is the different type screen. The farmers can select the operated screen according to the demand and the finance of the crushed forage. And next, power equipment. Our machine have three powers: electric motor, diesel, or gasoline. You can choose the suitable to use. And look at this picture. This is the moving blade. The sinking selected moving blade can be used on both sides. Finally, machine hammer. Look at this picture. This is hammers. After the machine is running, the hammers rapidly smashes the raw materials. Okay. Hello everyone, today I will introduce our chip cutter machines, 9zf400 series machines. There are four parts. The part 1, product introduction, part 2, product structure, and part 3, working principle, part 4, product advantages. First, we can see the part 1, product introduction. The 9zf400 series machine mainly used to cut and grind corn stalks, bean stalks, cotton stalks, forage grass, and other crop stalks, such as tea stalks and grappa branches, as well as corn, soybeans, and other cereals. The finished product is finer than other feed grinders, producing feed for cattle, sheep, horses, deer, and rabbit. Most for small and medium farmers or household use. It can also be used as food and production of feed pellet. Next, look at this picture. This is the grass and finished product. The grass crusher is mainly used to cut store forage, shelters, and other grains, such as corn and this picture is a product parameter. Example, the 9zf40024B. The machine's electric power is 2.2 kW. The motor speed is 2,000 and 1800, and the main shift speed is 3,100, and the machine weight is 17 kg, and the capacity is 400 to 600 kg per hour, and the ignition is 1,180 millimeters and 1,000 80 millimeter and 1040 millimeters. And this machine have 24 hammers. We also have 4 screens. You can choose the shorter screen, and the belt tab is A1014 tabs belt. And the part 2, product structure. Look at this picture. This is the machine outer structure, and this is the discharge hopper. This is the green feed hopper. This is the grass feed hopper. And this is the motor. This is the sinking the frame. This is the ground wheel. It can be make our machine moving conveniently. And this is the discharge hole. This is a safety cover. It can protect our users' safety. And the 9zf400 20 and 24C have 2 discharge hopper. 9zf400 24B and 16 increase media discharge hopper. In a word, they have 3 discharge hopper. And this is the working room. We can see this picture. This is the working room, and this is the machine pulley and the weight pulley. And the 9zf400 20 and the 24C is threaded blade. And next, the hammer type grass crusher is mainly composed of housing, rotor assembly, screen feeding device, frame, discharge device, and so on. The body and the rotor assembly form crushing room together. The rotor assembly is the main working part, and the crushing of the material is completed in the crushing room. Next, the machine details steps. The step 1. Look at this picture. After receiving the goods, please check the box and take out the machine and the spare parts. The machine is provided with a screw bag for machine installation use. Pay attention to the size of the 4 wheels assembly. This is the grand wheel. We should pay attention to the size. And step 2, install the machine wheel. Step 3, put the machine body on the machine frame. And step 4, fix the machine body with screw. This is the screws. And step 5, install the motor frame. Step 6, install the motor pulley on the motor shifter. And step 7, the electric motor pulley and the machine pulley should on the same level. This is the electric motor pulley. And next, install the belt. This is the belt. And step back, pull the belt in a straight line. And next, and other working parts. And part 3, working principle. When working the processed materials enters a crushing room. form a fatal hopper and is broken by the blow of the high-speed rotating working parts, and at the same time changes the direction of material operation. Because the high-speed rotating working parts destroy the position of the material layer, the material moves with the rotor. And in this process, the grass or particles are rapidly subjected to the collision of working parts and machines, and the collision and friction between the particles, so that they are generally crushed to the material, whose geometric diameter is less than the diameter of the sieve hole. Under the action of centrifugal force and airflow, the crushed material passes through the sieve hole and leaks into the powder chamber to discharge from the outlet, and the crushed forage can also be injected from the high outlet. And part 4. Product advantages. We can see this picture. This is the finished product. The first, steel body. The steel body is a beautiful appearance. All steel bodies thinking the steel combination with banking paint technology, bright color, good durability, corrosion resistance, and durable. The second, 2 inlets and 2 outlets. The high spot outlet is generally used for feeding forage plants and other raw materials. And next, this is, look at this picture. This is a safety cover. The body contains a safety cover to ensure the safety of the user during operation and work. The frame contains a ground wheel, which is easy to move when in use. And next, look at this picture. This is different type screens. The farmers can select the different screens according to the demand and the fineness of the crush forage. And the power equipment. Our machine has 3 powers: electric motors, diesel or gasoline. You can choose the suitable motor for your need. And next, moving blade. Look at this picture. This is moving blade. The second selected moving blade can be used on both sides. This is the moving blade. And finally, the machine hammers. Look at this. This is the hammers. After the machine is running, the hammers rapidly smash the raw materials. Okay, today I will introduce the chair cutter 9zf400 series product. There are 4 parts. The part 1, product introduction. Part 2, product structure. Part 3, working principle. And part 4, product advantages. We can see the part 1. Many used to cut and ground corn stalks, bean stalks, cotton stalks, forage grass, other crop stalks, shoots, tree stalks, and grape branches, as well as corn, soybeans, and other cereals. The finished product is finer than other feed grinders, producing feed for cattle, sheep, horse, deer, and rabbit, mostly for small and medium farmers of household use. It can also be used as a fruit and production of feed pellet. Next, the grass crusher is mainly used to cut straw, forage, shoots, and other grains, such as corn and soybeans. It is a good help for family raising of cattle, sheep, horses, deer, and other animals. This is the finished grass. 00024B. The electric power is 2.2 kilowatt, and the motor speed is 2,800 1 minute, and the man shifting speed is 3,100 1 minute, and the machine weight is 17 kg, and the capacity is 400 to 600 kg per hour. And there are 24 hammers, and also have 4 screens. The belt type is A1014, and the part 2 product structure. Look this picture. This is the discharger hopper. This is discharger hole, and this is the green feed hopper. This is the grass feed hopper. This is the sinking frame, and this is the ground wheel. The 9zf400 10 on the 24C have 2 discharge hoppers. The 9zf400 24B and 13 machines increase media discharge hoppers. And this is the working room. We can see this picture. This is the inter pictures. This is the bearing, and this is the blade. This is some hammers, and this is the machine pulley and the weight pulley. The 9zf400 and 24C is a serrated blade. It can make the materials smaller. And next, the characteristics. The hammer type grass crusher is mainly composed of housing, rotor assembly, screen feeding drawers, frame, discharge drawers, and so on. The body and the rotor assembly form crushing room together. The rotor assembly is this is the machine installation. Step 1. After the goods, press check the box and take out the machine installation news. Pay attention to the size of the 4 wheels assembly. And step 2. Install the machine wheel. Step 4. Fix the machine screw. And step 5. Install the motor frame. Step 6. Install the motor pulley on the motor shaft. And step 7. The electric motor pulley and the machine pulley should on the same level. Step 8. Install the belt. And step 9. Put the belt in a straight line. And step 10. Install the safety cover, feeding hopper, and butt flare, and other working principles. And the next is part 3 working principle. When working, the processed materials enters the crushing room from the feed hopper and is broken by the flow of the high-speed rotating working parts, and at the same time changes the direction of the material operation. Because the high-speed rotating working parts destroy the deposition of the material layer, the material moves with the rotor. And in this process, the glass and the particles are rapidly subjected to the collision of working parts. Okay, and today's lab is ended here. See you.
热不热在这里头？
好，就讲我们自己。